Hey guys, happy Monday, welcome back, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to use a blood pressure cuff. This is really simple, and if you want to know why you would want to know this, stick around to the end of the video, but let me show you how to use it. There's a USB charger, or you can just use 3 AA batteries, and this is just telling you how large of an arm circumference it can fit around. Alright, and so make sure that when you're using it, you point that shoulder arrow towards your, that's right, you guessed it, your shoulder. And then you're going to want to make sure, well, I'll show you in a minute, but this little line, you want to make sure it's running down the front of the inside of your arm. So you just take that little tube and plug it in. Go ahead and put that on a flat and level surface. Now, ideally, you would be seated with your arm propped up on a table, but because I have to shoot this for you, I have to stand up. So I'm showing you the systolic, diastolic, and pulse rate. Those are the readings that you're going to get here. So you want to make sure that you're not doing it over your clothing. And again, being mindful of making sure that that arrow is pointing towards your shoulder. So go ahead and slide the cuff on, and then you want to pull it not tight, but it should be firm. And the general rule is that if you can put one finger under there, then you're in a good spot. And see that little tube? You want to make sure that's coming down the center of your interior arm, and the cuff should be basically in line with your heart, so basically at the same level. Now, in this video, I went ahead and sped it up for you guys because let's be honest, my blood pressure readings are not that interesting to you. So it does take around 30 seconds maybe for it to return the results. So you see on the left side, it's counting down, and that's how you'll know that it's almost there. And guys, it's great to have your readings, but it's even better if you know what we're measuring. So I'm going to talk about that very quickly at the end of the video, but here you go. We have a systolic, a diastolic, and a pulse, and that's it. Guys, that is how you use it. And then you can hit the memory button if you want to see the last couple of readings. I personally always recommend just keeping a physical log, because if your batteries go out, well, there goes your information. So to that end, just grab a notebook. Yours doesn't have to be cute, but I stole this one from my daughter. Anyways, write your readings down. So why do we measure blood pressure readings? Okay, so if you've watched any of my other videos, then you know that the reason we do that is so that we can tell if we are trending in an unhealthy direction. With respect to this coronavirus, we want to know if principally we have high or low blood pressure. Now, high blood pressure is measuring the amount of pressure against the inside of your arteries when your heart is contracted, okay? And that is converse to diastolic, which is what the pressure is in your arteries when your heart is relaxed between beats. Okay guys, so if you see this image right here, on the left is a healthy artery and on the right is one with high blood pressure. So you can imagine that if you have these fatty deposit little buildups, then you have obstructions, which means less blood. And of course, since oxygen is carried in the blood, if you have less blood, then you have less oxygen making it to the tissues. And so anytime that you have high blood pressure, you can cause all kinds of problems, including heart and kidney disease and heart failure, heart attack, stroke. Okay, and low blood pressure is not ideal either, because if you have low blood pressure, you have low blood volume, meaning, again, less blood, meaning less oxygen moving to the tissues, unless, of course, you're like an endurance athlete and then you just have lower blood pressure because your body is simply more efficient at moving things around. But any of these things, low blood pressure, high blood pressure, they're not good indicators. And you can look up, there'll be a million charts online that tell you what healthy ranges are. But for the purposes of the coronavirus and monitoring your vitals at home, and again, the video that I shot about this, I will put a link right here. It goes into a little bit deeper dive to help you understand if you want that kind of information. But the point is, we want to know if we come outside of normal range. So if that happens, that's why you need a blood pressure monitor, because you just can't eyeball that kind of. So what can you do to respond? If it's critically high or low, you have to go and seek medical intervention. But for the purposes of if it seems just a little bit high or a little bit low, drinking water can help a lot, lowering sodium intake, going for a walk, reducing stress, caffeine, smoking, alcohol, basically. But reducing things that put a strain on your body, of course, is going to help you get your blood pressure within limits. Going for a walk cannot be overstated here. And I know that a lot of us are going to be confined to our homes here shortly, but guys, you can walk end to end in your house. I do it every single morning. I'm sure if people could see what I do, they would think, oh, that woman is crazy. But they can't see me, so I don't care. And I did just want to mention one more thing. So try not to take your blood pressure right after you've had coffee or an argument with one of your children or your mother-in-law or any of those kinds of people, because stress or eating high sodium meals can affect your reading. So try to do that, an hour, 2 hours after a meal, and try to be consistent about when you do. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for this video. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please consider leaving a like or a comment. And if you want to be notified when I upload new videos, just click subscribe and turn on that little bell notification. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!